Hello and welcome to the short Vort on Parsha's Vayera. The Vilna Gaon teaches us that while there are 613 top-line mitzvos, there's really a lot more details about the mitzvos beyond that number of 613. Of course, not everyone can accomplish each mitzvah. There's different ones for Kohanim, different ones for Leviim, all different scenarios. So it's only Klal Yisrael together that we can do and fulfill all the mitzvos. But the Vilna Gaon is telling us that 613 mitzvahs are not found in each parsha. Some parshios, there are no mitzvahs to be found. So why would we list and teach a parsha that doesn't have a mitzvah? The answer the Vilna Gaon says is that because even a parsha that doesn't have a specific new mitzvah to teach us is teaching us lessons how to do mitzvah. Rav Wolbe on Chuma says that Parsha's Vayera is just one example like this. It's a parsha with no mitzvos, but it's a veritable Shulchan Aruch of Chesed. It's a way to teach us lessons. There are so many lessons to be taught. I'll go through a few of them. Firstly, Avraham Avinu. He was an old man. He was nearly 100 years old. He was sick and poor health because he just had a bris milah. What does he do? The sun's hot outside. He goes looking for guests to host, to be Mekadesh Shem Shemayim, to sanctify God's name by doing kindness for them and then teaching them about the Ribono Shel Olam. Then he finally finds a guest, 3 of them. They look like they're just plain old Arabs. How does he treat them? He tells them modestly, I'll give you some bread to eat. What does he do instead? He runs himself, this 100-year-old sick man, and he slaughters 3 different cows. Why 3 cows? So that he can give each one the best choice cut of meat, according to their taste and their liking. But Chesed is not limited just for a host of guests. Chesed also is how the guests will act with their host. Avraham Avinu, he was near 100 years old. They asked about his wife. And he says, where's Sarah? The answer was, she's inside. But they knew where she was already. Why would they ask them? Avram knew that they knew. What type of point are they making? The point they're trying to make is that a husband should always appreciate his wife, in this case, her modesty, her proper sitkis, proper righteousness, and make sure he's reminded. Even though he's nearly 100 years old, married to her for 70 years, you think he doesn't need any more lessons of appreciation for his wife? Still, a guest's obligation is to sing the praises of the host spouse. We also see chesed from Hashem. Hashem came to and told Sarah that, and Avraham Avinu, that they're going to have a child in the year. Yitzchak will be born. They both react by laughing, 2 different laughs. One, a laugh by Avraham Avinu that was a positive, appreciative laugh, and one was a more mocking, scoffing, questioning laugh by Sarah Mena, which is why she was held to account for her laughter, but Avraham Avinu was not. There are other reasons, may have given them in last week's short Vort also. But what happened when she laughed? Sarah said, how could this be? My master's old. He's an old man. I'm going to have kids with him. What did Hashem do when he tells Avram that his wife laughed? He changes the words. Hashem is the God of truth. Yet in this case, it was appropriate to change the words and tell Avram that your wife said that, how can I have children? I am old. I, Sarah, am old. So once again, Hashem is trying to keep a family together, make that shalom bias, and therefore he's allowed to change phraseology so that even though it's not directly truth. So we see from this parsha so many different examples that no matter how high level you are, how chashuv you are, how important you are, there's always a way for you to do chesed. And in your guests, it doesn't matter even if they're the lowest of the low. They're poor, there's reasons for age that you might want to not help them or position, but everyone is entitled to get assistance to be mekabel chesed. And that's the lesson, with so many more lessons to find as you look through the Parsha. Avraham Avinu, he prayed for Sodom and Gomorrah to save them. He didn't know them. They're Rishon. Why would he do that? Because chesed is in his blood. His Ava. Avraham is teaching us the epitome of chesed. So thank you for listening. Have a wonderful week. Have a wonderful Shabbos. I look forward to seeing you next week.